Hey guys, Nigel here with you, back with another review. Today is Friday the 11th of August 2023 and it is currently 2 minutes past 7 at night. I've had something in the post today, very nice. As you know, I've been watching Kenneth a lot, as I've been recommending him a lot over on Norwegian Modelling Bench. I keep calling Norwegian Scale Modeler, it's not, it's Norwegian Modelling Bench. I'll put a link down below in the description, directly below this video, just there, I'll put a link. Go and have a look, go and have a look at his channel, go and have a look at his work. You'll love it, and give him a subscribe because he's brilliant. As some of you will know, I love aircraft carriers, they're my favourite sort of ships, and I've been watching him and he's doing a build of an Enterprise, USS Enterprise in 1/200 scale, CV6, not CVN65. And it's absolutely gorgeous. He's making a lovely job of it. The only trouble is with those carriers of that era, they're in that measure 21 scheme, is it? All blue. I just think they look odd. Just really weird. I'd much rather see them in grey, you know, or with the Dazzle camo, they look much better. But anyway, enough of that. So watching his stuff, noticed he had the KA set and the Pontos set for it. Oh, blimey, he's made a big investment. And watching him go through, I can see why he's got both, because there's obvious pluses and negatives in both sets. So I thought, well, shall I? I went and looked at the KA website to see how much it is, and I noticed that they used to do there's 4 sets, and we've got the airplane set, which is just a box of parts for the airplanes, which I want to get. You've got the just the deck, there's the Photo-etch sort of thing, the basic set, and then there's the full-on set with the you know, the deck and everything with it, and 3D printed parts of the whole lot, all singing and dancing, really big, massive, mega set. And one of them, I can't remember which one it is, one of them's gone, so it's no longer available. So I'm thinking they're probably going to start knocking it out. So I thought I'd better order one. So I went and looked on the Hannock's website, looked it out and worked it out, the price and everything. And by the time you buy it from Korea and pay the postage and get it over here and everything, and probably pay customs, there's not a lot in it. So I thought I may as well just get it from Hannock's. So I ordered it and it came today. And here it is. This is the Mark 1 Designs, or KA models, whichever you want to call it, set for the Enterprise. And in here there is no less than 24 types, 54 pieces of turned metal parts. I love they say turned. Most people say scribed, and that's not right. 1 pre-painted colour etched fret, 28 detailed photo etch frets, 28 frets, 5 pieces of resin, and 246 3D printed parts, and a wooden deck. So as you can see, there's a lot in here. So without further ado, let's get down to the bench and have a look at this. I haven't even opened this yet at all. It came in a big cardboard box, all wrapped up with paper and everything. It was lovely, beautifully packaged, as you always get from Hannock's. So yeah, I'm really pleased. Got this. I can get it, stick it on the shelf, and just probably die. I don't know, but I'm glad I got it, because a couple of years time you probably wouldn't be able to get it. If you saw my live last night, I mentioned in there probably my favourite ship of all time is a Kagi, and I've got all the photo etch and everything for that, and the kit. And there's a box set of photo etch you can get. It comes in a box rather than in a bag. It's made by Hasegawa, and I need that set. I do not want to build that model without having all the beautiful photo etch members and everything underneath the 4.5 flight decks. And that set has been out of production for a long time, and I had a channel, a page, a site, that's the word I was looking for, in Japan, and I clicked on there and let me know when it's available. And one night I was sat here and my phone came up, something that you wanted ordered is coming to stock. Yes! So I ordered it. And I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago a container ship went down in a storm. It was from Japan. Yep, that's where my stuff was. It never arrived. I only assume it was on that ship because it never ever arrived. And as soon as I said to the company it hasn't arrived, they were sort of just, so we'll have to refund you. There have been many things are missing, they said. So I only assumed it was on that ship, and it sold out straight away, and it's never come back into stock since. So if anybody knows of anyone that's got that set, that boxed set of photo etch for the Akagi, from Hasegawa. It's got a blue, I think it's a blue cover or a black cover on there, and it's all the Photo-etch underneath the deck, the flight deck, on the bow and the stern. And I want to buy it, and I will happily pay a decent price for it. I know it's not going to be 50 quid. So if anybody knows about it, let me know. Anyway, let's get down to the bench and have a look at this set, and I'll stop waffling, yeah? Okay, so here we go. Just to give you an idea of size, the box is just about 1 centimetre shorter than an A2 cutting mat, so it's pretty big. I've taken the cardboard sleeve off. I haven't done anything else. I haven't opened the box and looked inside. So this would be really good actually, because it's got the crease there, exactly the same as Kenneth had. This would be really good because if there is any damage, then I can send Hannance the video. Oh, I see, that comes out there. There you go, there's proof that I haven't opened it because I don't even know how to open it. I can't even open a bloody cardboard box now. What's going on here? Right, so let's have a look in here. And this is all just eye candy, really. Come on. Jesus, come on. Right, there we go. Right, there we go. So, as you can see, we have a rather large, that's actually fitting in perfectly, isn't it? We got a rather large bag with lots of paper in. So, very, very nice indeed. We have a couple of takeaway boxes. This says microwave reheatable. Don't put your plastic parts in the microwave, they might not like it. So we've got a load of 3D printed parts in there, all beautifully packaged. We've got some resin parts in there, and some turned brass, some mass and torpedoes, is that, or paravanes? I can't remember now. I know I have watched Kenneth's review and all his build videos, so a lot of this is familiar to me. It may not be familiar to you. So we'll have a look at those in a second. And then in here we've got all this photo etch, and I'm going to have all sorts of problems here with reflections off the light, aren't I? Let me turn that light out. I think that's going to be a lot better, isn't it? How about if I change the setting on the camera as well? There we go. So there we go. So we can see all this brass now. So we've got brass, we've got stainless steel, and it's all very, very nice indeed. And as usual, it's all beautifully stapled. Look how neat that is. That is so, it's done with so much pride. And it's all beautifully stapled to a stiff cardboard backing. As you can see, we've got a little coloured photo etch fret there. We've got another small photo etch fret there. What is that? Detail upset part Q. And then here we've got okay, they're all taped then as well, so I'm going to have to cut the tape and we'll have a look. So what we'll do first of all, we'll have a look at the instructions, I think. So basically this is a bit of a nightmare as usual. I'm not sure if that's the front or that's the front. Yeah, this is the front because it's got a 1 down there, and that generally means it's the front. Let me get myself sorted out and we'll have a good look through these instructions, because there's quite a lot in here. It's very similar to the Titanic KA set, but these are always sort of a little bit difficult to work with. So let me get myself sorted and I'll come back. Okay, so first page of the instructions. Across the top here we've got the legend. It's telling us all the different symbols, and then it's telling us how the parts are numbered. So you've got, these are the opposite parts. O1 is the PE parts and A1 is the plastic parts. We've got a sort of sprue call out, if you like. This is some 3D printed parts and some CNC turned parts. And I think what they're doing, they're showing you all the bits you're going to use here are coming from these frets, or these what do you call them, plates? Maybe you can tell me are they called plate 3D printed resin parts? Are they called plates or what? So, and here they've got the red over the basic part. So I don't know if that's telling you that that's all you get in the basic set, or you don't get those bits in the basic set. I don't know. But, anybody that's got the basic set will know that, and they can tell me in the comments below. So we're starting off, we've got 47 Oerlikon 20mm cannons, which is very strange because I don't know of any configuration where she had 47. So that's very weird. We've also got here 4 50 cals, which is very strange because I don't know of any configuration where she had 4 50 cals. She either had like 24 of these and 24 of them, or like 46 or 50 of those, or 42, I think, I can't remember now. Very, very strange, but we've got extras, whatever. And I am probably going to see if I can make a resin mould of these. And no, I won't sell them. No, because I'm not copying someone else's work and then selling it. It's not right. But the Yorktown, which as you know I have, had 24 of these, and nobody does a set for the Yorktown. So we've got the 50 cals there, and then we've got the Bofors 40mm quads, and as you can see, we've got all these 3D printed parts. We've got A14. Is that kit parts? No, that's the Photo-etch parts. That's Photo-etch fret A, number 17. These are Photo-etch parts. Then we've got turned brass barrels, and we've got the railings around the back there, so you can imagine just how beautiful they're going to look. We've got to make 4 of those. So they had 4 of these, so 4 quad guns. They had 4 of them all the way through, I think. No, they didn't. I'm thinking of the 5-inch, aren't I? So going over the page, here we have the 5-inch single guns. Isn't this funny? If you watch my live last night, I was talking about ships, and if you get really bored, the thing to do is do the guns first. And here they're telling you to do the guns first. It's like they read my mind. Here we've got the 5-inch single guns. Yeah, she had these, 8 of these, all the way through her life. So, and then here we've got 1.1-inch quad gun. I'm not sure why that's there, because I think they changed the quad gun that was in the bow very, very early on. This is a bit of a mix-up on the years, I think. So she had so many refits, it's hard to keep up. But I think you sort of, with this set, you sort of try and aim for sort of post-midway. I don't think you can build a midway spec with this set. So there you got your 47 guns there, you got your 450 cals, you got your 4 40mm quads, you got your 5-inch there, and then you've got your 1.1-inch quad guns there. So yeah, great. And then you're coming down here, and this is telling you the positions all these guns are going to go in, I think. But it's hard to know what they're trying to tell you. If you're following Paul Plastic Monkey's Mogami, he's using a Photo-etch set, and the instructions in that are just a joke. But this is a little bit better than that, but it's like, why are they showing you all this when you've got all the hangar deck built and everything? Really weird. So that's that one. So now we're on to page 1 again. Okay, that's page 1, and this is also page 1. So there we go, we're no further forward. So there's all our turned brass parts going into the mast. So you're not going to be using any of the plastic mast by the look of it. So very, very nice indeed. You've got the ladders and everything going up there in Photo-etch, so that's going to be absolutely stunning in Photo-etch. You've got the 4 masts there. That's all very nice as well. All in turned brass. And then going over the page here, we've got the fire control and ready service platform. So that's going on the tripod there. Are we using kit parts or have we got brass parts? I think that was kit parts, wasn't it? Yes, we're using plastic kit parts for them. So good bit of clean up, get rid of the seams on there. We've got the ship's bell there, look, hanging down. So that's all very, very pretty. So there's our masts all built up. And then there's our fire control and ready service platform all built up. So that's very nice indeed. Hang on, which one we're going that way, isn't it? That's right. So here we got another page 1. So we got page 1, page 1, page 1. This is another sheet of resin, 3D printed resin. Again, we've got armament parts. So I don't know if maybe that is what we're actually using in this, or we've already used them. I'm not sure. I'll work it out. And then we've got some CNC turned brass parts there. So maybe the grey is what we're actually using. The red is not sort of what we, because we already used all the red, haven't we? This is what I'm saying. It's very, very difficult to fathom. Once you fathom it out, it's okay, but we shall see when we get there. There's Jess barking outside. So we've got 6 Mark 51 directors. We've got an SG radar, which I think was the very early radar, wasn't it? I think, I'm not sure. We've got some Mark 37 directors with Mark 12 radars. So they go up on the tops of the island. And then we've got the Mark 12 radars going on them there. Very nice. And then we got the SC2 radar. This is what was fitted sort of mid 42, I think, or late 42, and that one's going to sit on the side of the on the side of one of the funnel stacks, the stacks on the bridge on the island. And then here we've got the CXAM radar, which is the big one that goes on the top. So very, very nice. That's going to look with all this Photo-etch. Not quite sure what all these lines are trying to tell us. That's these bits here, I guess. Well, this is here. Wow. It's going to take some working out, but when it's done, it's going to look lovely. So, and we don't have here, we don't have the images of the finished parts. We have these here, no images of those finished parts, so that's a shame. Right, moving along here. Oh, page 2. Blimey, we've got a 2. We've got some reels here. I'm going to take a mould of them from my Yamato, because Yamato just has a spindle in the middle. So we've got the reels there, and then we've got the brass parts going on the outside. We've got a ship's crane by the look of it, with the winches and chain and everything, or cables, whatever they are. And then we're going to build some stations up here for our 40mm quads by the look of it. Some more there with the ammo racks going inside them and everything. So this is all Photo-etch basically. And then once again here, so we've got all these different designs going together. And then going over the page, oh, we've got another one. So it's page 1. Okay. So not included in basic set is the armament detail upset, the deck detail upset, the deck plane detail upset, mast detail upset, and the radar detail upset. So I don't quite know. I mean, here we got loads of parts all in red again. I don't know what they're talking about here. It's impossible to work out. But maybe it's actually, I think this is the stuff we're not using, and this is the stuff we're using on this instruction sheet. But then they're showing you that, and we're not using them, are we? So like, sorry about the noise, it's just chewing a plastic bottle. And no, I'm not going to stop her. I've got some paravanes there going together. So that's all very nice. Lovely. So here we've got 3. So page 3 is here. So this is the framework for underneath the lifts on it. So there should be 3 of them. 2 of them. Only 2. Okay, maybe the middle one was different or something. But these are the frames for underneath the lifts. Or are these the frames? Is this the framework for underneath the forward bridge? You see, it's as clear as mud, isn't it? And then we've got some more mass going on here. So there we are. And then over here we've got the cranes. So that's going to be some boat cranes there. And there's the main boat crane which goes at the back of the island there. We've got the boarding ladders there which come down the sides of the ship when she's in dock, or for boarding boats, ship's boats. So that's all very, very nice indeed. That's going to look absolutely stunning when it's all built and folded up. So there we go. So 3 and 4. And then we've got 5 and 6. Here we go. So here we're going to add all the photo etch and everything to those beautiful resin boats. I'm not quite sure why they give you these resin boats. You've got 3 of those, 1 of those and 1 of those. I'm not quite sure why they give them to you. Maybe the Trumpeter kit parts are wrong or something. I don't know. But it's something we'll have to investigate. If you know, please tell me in the comments below. Then we've got a cutter here. So obviously using, this is the one that goes on the fantail, isn't it? So we've got the resin part, the photo etch parts for the kit part we're using there. And then this is all resin boats that we're using there. Not only we've got resin boats, we're adding photo etch. And it's showing us how to fold them and everything. And then we've got here, this is the little crane going on the side. Some sort of crane type thing. This is the box here that goes on the side of the island. It's all folded up, and that's where you'll have guys stood in there. Not exactly sure what that is. Not exactly sure. This is obviously a boat cradle. So very interesting. Lots of little photo etch bits. From looking at Ken this build, it looks like you hardly use any of the kit. And then going over the page here, 6, we've got lots of little ramps with ladders on them. We've got some netting there, I don't know if they're little catwalks or something. And here again we've got all these steps and ramps being built up. So as you can see, we're building up all these assemblies and we haven't started fitting any of them yet. So what you do is you do this and then you go to here to see where it goes and fit it. It's going to take some following. And then here we've got some catwalks here. And then we've got another platform there with some steps going onto it. And then down the bottom here, more catwalks. So there we go. 7 and 8. So here we've got a spotlight. 2 of those. I think they'll go on the side of the island, on the starboard side. And then we've got here. This is some sort of deck with cable reels on it and everything. We've got a gun deck there. They're telling us to remove some of the plastic. We're using a plastic part there by the look of it. With that little assembly there. We've got some more gun decks here, so we are actually using the plastic gun decks, which is a bit of a shame because they're quite chunky and everything. It's not going to look great with them on there, is it? You can see, yeah, we've got the plastic armoured gun areas there. So yeah, it's a bit meh, isn't it? And then we've got some bits and pieces going up under. We've got paravanes in there. We've got some railings going around the edge of there. And then we've got the framework. I was wrong, sorry. That framework is for the stern by the look of it, or the bow. Is that the bow or the stern? That's the bow, isn't it? And there's the stern there, I guess. Or is that the bow and that's the stern? I don't know. Can't see which is which there. Here we've got that boat. This is the kit boat sitting on the Photo-etch cradle. Got some more railings and bits going on around there. So this is where all those steps and platforms that we built up are going to go. And then page 8, you've got the wooden deck fitted. Where did that come from? And then we've got all these guns going in everywhere. And this is the position of all the guns. And what they do to make it easy to see, they make all the resin coloured pink. We've got all the doors there, the hangar doors. Cut some of them off and have them halfway up or whatever so you can look inside. And then we've got the boats going in here, and you've got the boat's crane there. Got the degaussing cable there, which is wrong. That is wrong. It shouldn't come down that far. It should be further up. It should be over the portholes, not underneath them. And then we've got the some more guns here, and they're telling us to make a hole in the wooden deck that I don't see this fit yet. Never mind. So that's 7 and 8, let's go in that way. And then we've got 9 and 10. As you can see, I'm just going to run through it now. You can look at it, you can freeze frame if you want to have a look at it, but it's just sort of try and work it all out really. We've got the gun placements there in Photo-etch, but as you can see, a lot of them are using the plastic parts, which is, I don't know, don't like that very much. And then going over the page here, we've got the wooden deck, bits and pieces of ammo boxes and that going in there. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice. We've got this Photo-etch to fold up here for the island, so that's all very nice, very lovely looking. We've got railings here again. We're using here the plastic floor pieces. Yeah, it's a bit it's a bit like the Titanic one. You know, you get the Pontos one and the KA one, which is, I think, the way to go, because there's 6 of one, half dozen the other. So this is page 11 now, so you can see there's the resin funnel tops, and you got that. There's that is it SC20 radar, I can't remember, SC2 or something, and then we got that bit going there. I haven't seen, maybe it is here. Yeah, they haven't got. There's a boom on the stern. There's a boom that goes here. They feed out to that boats tie up to when they're anchored. But I haven't seen that. There was a ladder there by the look of it, or is that that's the ladder that goes down the side? That's in its stowed position. So there we are. And then we got here. This is our degaussing cable. So to leave a gap there, but it comes down too low. It's too low. And this is also incorrect here. It doesn't look. This looks more like what was fitted to Yorktown, which I actually commented on Kenneth's video the other day, which is handy because I've got Yorktown. So I know that the Enterprise was fitted in early 42. I think Enterprise was fitted with a degaussing cable, and then I think it was early 43. It was changed for a different type. You've got to do your research. And then here finally we've got a sheet which is both sides talking about the wooden deck. So one, I'm guessing that's the first side. See what I mean? Work it out. What are they trying to tell you there? I don't know what all this is here. I'm guessing that they don't have railings, do they? I'm guessing that's the catwalks. This is going to be Photo-etch tie downs and everything on the deck. Then you've got your wind deflectors here that will be folded up. Just like, you see what I mean? It's just work it out. Anyway, so that's the instructions. Put them in the bin. No, I'm seriously, they take some working out. Same as the Titanic ones do. So let's have a look at some parts. We'll have a look at these 3D printed parts first. I'm conscious that we're running into time, but it's such a massive set. If you are getting bored, just fast forward or something. Turn it off completely. So we've got in here, we've got some bags of parts. So we'll get these out of the box. So we can have, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of parts. So this one here I don't need to get out. That is obviously chain. I can't think that's going to be anchor chain. It seems a bit too small for 200 scale. But it's there nonetheless. There's a lovely aroma from this stuff. It smells very nice. So let's get these bags out of the way and have a look what's in here. So I'm not probably going to be identify all these parts, but we shall see. I hope I don't break anything. It's amazing, it gets all the way from Korea to London, gets all the way from London to Gloucester, and then this idiot gets his hands on it and breaks everything, I expect. There we go. Right, so they look like the ends of the boat crane, I'm saying, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the printing on that. Sorry about my nails, guys. I was saying in a video I did earlier today, I sat down last night watching something on the TV and bloody bit all my fingernails off. I hate myself for doing it. I wish I knew how to stop. I've been trying to stop for years. I've bitten them since I was 6, which is 54 years now. But yeah, you can see the rivet detail on the side of there. It is absolutely stunning. Let's bring the light over the top now. We haven't got the reflection issues. And we should be able to make some shadows. There you go. Absolutely stunning. Very, very nice indeed. That is 2 guys. And one looks like he's driving. I think you get a Jeep in here somewhere. That's 2 little figures there. 2 little 3D printed figures you can see. And then here we have... Oh wow. That is... This is rudders. On the left you have rudders. Okay. In the middle you have screws or propellers. And on the right you have air vents. And that's for a little ship's boats. Okay. How beautiful is this? And this is what I mean when I say that Pontos set that's been done for Yamato is very, very basic when you compare it to stuff like this. I must say I'd much prefer Pontos instructions to this. So these are our Mark 37 gun directors, I believe. Yes, they are. You can see the wings out there. They are beautiful. Look at the casting on those. Very, very nice. Going to take some very careful removal from the frets. Yeah, Jess. Somebody just probably dared to walk past the house or something. I always say that, don't I? Right, so this one here, this looks like an interesting one. Looks very interesting indeed. It's lots of separate little lines. Careful not to rip anything apart. So we've got here, you can see it's all separate lines so we can cut them apart. But this is basically people. That is all people. Look at that, guys. All people, all in different poses, and then we've got 3 rows, 2.5 rows there. Well, there's 2.5 rows there of men stood to attention. You can see there. And then the forward 3 have got their arms out, but they're pushing something. We've got guys here led down. Absolutely awesome. There's guys there sat down. Catch it in the light so you can actually see what we're looking at. Very, very nice indeed. That's lovely. I'm going to put those away straight away because if I drop anything on them, I'm likely to decapitate them. And then going over here, we have another sheet of 3D printed parts, and these must be these must be for our quad bofers. These are the bases, and we've got some cable reels there. As I say, I'm going to make a mould of them and then adjust the length of them on the lathe to suit Yamato. But oh, wow, very, very nice indeed. Have a look at that, the detail on there, absolutely stunning. It's nice that they're doing this rather than rather than having it all photo etch, because if stuff like this, I think, always looks better when it's 3D printed or cast. Rather, if you take a good master and you cast it, it's going to be just as nice. But you do get really, really nice detail with 3D printed resin, obviously. But I think they both have their downsides. So that's just my opinion. And then here we have the final sheet from this box. So that, because there's 8 of them, that must be our 5-inch guns there. And this here, I don't know what that is. Maybe that is the breech of the 5-inch guns, because there's 8 of them. But look at the detail on them, they're lovely. Really, really nice. And you can see the other side there, and what I think are the breeches. They're beauties, aren't they? Right, so let's get that put away. I'll be back. Right, so here we have some cast resin parts, and these are obviously the ship's boats. We'll just get one of them out. And as I say, I don't really know why they've done these unless the kit parts are wrong, but they're beautifully cast. Saying that, they've got a bit of a dodgy edge there. It's only that one by the look of it. That'll just have to be sanded out. It's got like a little mark in it, like the mould's got a split in it or something. You can see it's dodgy on that edge there as well. But it's nothing that can't be repaired. I don't really know where they've made these. Maybe the boats in the kit aren't very nice at all. But here we go. Yeah, we've got some issues on there as well at the back. So just needs a bit of work, that's all. We're modelers after all. But very, very nice indeed. The smallest one here. Really nicely cast. Nicely done. Shame about that one being a bit dodgy. I've got a feeling one of these boats got replaced with guns early in 42, so maybe we could not use one of them. Here we have our final bag of 3D printed resin parts, and this looks like, well, this is obviously, it doesn't look like, it obviously is the tops of the funnels. You can see that's distorted. That's one of the issues with 3D printed resin, you get this distortion in it, and the lines, and it's also very, very sticky and still very soft, so that needs to be left in the sunlight. But, you can see there basically you can see the 3D printed lines in it, which is something I don't like. But yeah, it is what it is. And then here, this is where the 3D printing comes into its own. These are our little 20mm Oerlikons, and at the back there we've got our 450 cals, and then we've got some little not sure what they are, but that'll be our 40mm bofers, the breeches for them. But you can see all that there. Those little 20mm Oerlikons, so much nicer than the kit parts, obviously. And you can see the detail on the top of them too. Really, really lovely. And then there's the breeches for the bofers back there. So yeah, all in all, absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. That's a bit of a letdown. I would probably just use the kit part, to be honest. But hey ho. And then here we have some bags of brass parts. Obviously I'm not going to get these out. But we've got some masts. And they're all beautifully turned. Nothing is bent or damaged or anything. So we've got some mast parts there. So that's very nice. This is super glue from the Sea King earlier on. Here we have some more gun barrels. This is. So this is going to be probably 40mm and 5-inch, I'm thinking. That might be the 1.1 inch quads because there's 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's the 5-inch and the quads there. There we go. That's the barrels for them. Ends are hollow, which is nice. Not very deep, but they are hollow. And this is going to be our 40mm Oerlikons. Bofors, I mean. There's the barrels for them. You can see in there. Lovely. Here we have, that's going to be the stand for our radar. You've got the ship's bell there in aluminium. Strange, I would have thought it would have been brass. And we've got some other bits and pieces in there as well. You can see there. And then in this bag here we have that's going to be paravanes, and or is it all paravanes? And some other little bits and pieces. I thought maybe they'd have been torpedoes for the airplanes, but they're not. So there you go. Paravanes in there. So that's it for the bags. So now we need to have a look at the Photo-etch. Okay, so I've cut the tape and sort of flipped all the Photo-etch up. I don't want to sort of unstaple all these bags and get everything out, because I don't want it all sliding around the box, because that's when stuff gets damaged. That's one of the good things about KA. They do package very, very well. Now what we can see here is the wooden deck, obviously, and then underneath there we have a Photo-etch panel, which is very similar to this one that you can see. It's just all the bits that go in between the, you know, the tie downs and everything, like these things here, and then we've got catwalks on the outside edge, and it's just basically all stuff like that on there. So you're not really missing much. You've also got the frames. You've got one there, and one over here for the aircraft lifts. So as I say, I don't really want to unstaple this because I want to keep it all like new. But you can see under there basically what I'm talking about. It's just basically strips of stainless steel. The wood decking, I do remember Kenneth saying that he felt that the Pontos decking was much, much better, and this was way off on scale. So I've just measured it in the calipers, and each of these planks is 1.35mm. So times that by 200, that is, what's 1.35 times 2 is 2.7. So that's 270mm wide per plank. So that's like 10 inches per plank. I don't think so. I think they got that wrong somehow. So he's obviously right. The Pontos deck is obviously much better scale wise. But I guess when it's all stained dark blue and it's all weathered and stuff, I guess you won't see it. But I think £100 for that. It's about £100 just for that deck, so it's a lot of money, especially when it's not right. But I suppose you're getting all this Photo-etch as well, so whatever. So let's have a look here. We'll start on this end. We have oh, they've taped the sides together as well, so we're going to have to cut through there. Oh, and they've taped the other side as well, so we're going to have to cut through there. Right, so here we have this is all bits that go in between the deck as well, I think. It all looks like checker plate. Not exactly sure what that is, but it's strips anyway. And then we have another fret here, which again is more checker plate. We've got some railings there, and we've got more tie downs that are going on the deck. So I'm not sure if they have tie downs for the hangar deck as well, but I don't think they do. And then here we have these are going to be catch lines, I think, for the flight deck. So that's all very nice. Here we've got sellotape again, which I'm struggling to cut through. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, so here we have, this is going to be got a bit curved, that one. This is part of the structure, I think, for underneath the lifts. I'm not sure if this one actually has that structure or not. But or it's going to be, I don't think they had this for the lift, had any structure for the lift, did it? This is going to be the structure for underneath the stern and the foredeck, the stern and the bow underneath the flight deck. And then here we've got more of the same, and we've got some gun bases here. And then we've got some ammo racks for our gun bases running inside the splinter shield. Then we've got the photo etch there for the crane, all very nice. And then here we've got not exactly sure, this is all the buildings, the structures that we fold up and making rooms and everything. You can see that's that one that goes on the side. You've got the lookout on the top, and there's another one there. So that's all very nice indeed. And then going over to this one, again we've got sellotape, which I need to cut. And again on that side. There we go. So here's the first sheet. And here we've got some lovely big steps. Great to see those steps in 200 scale. And then we've got some more bits and pieces of structure there. We've got all the cradles here that the boats are going to sit on. And some buttresses there by the look of it. Here we've got ship's railings. These are going to go all up around the island and everything. Some more steps. More railings. More railings and more steps. And guess what? More railings and more steps. And then we've got some, is that window frames or something? Not sure what this. Oh, this is the shoulder mounts for the guns. There's some bases for the guns there. I guess we use the kit bases, do we? And there we go. And then going over here, this is large. Oh, this is going to be your hangar doors. You've got all the grilling on there, so you can easily cut them off, get them half height. Got a little tiny fret there, and that's going to be, that was that control, damage control area, wasn't it? And then we've got a little narrow fret here. It's funny, they never did Yorktown. They did Hornet and they did Enterprise, but they never did Yorktown. Yorktown gets very little coverage in the world of aftermarket. So there we go. We got there's a bridge part there by the look of it, and then we got some other bits and pieces there. I haven't seen the degaussing cables yet. Oh, there they are, I think. And then here we've got some little bits and pieces going together. Some more tiny little steps. And our colour photo etch fret there, and I believe they are fire hoses, which is a bit strange. And then going over the page here, not going over the page, going to the next chapter, isn't it really? Got that plastic away there. We have degaussing cable here, which, yeah, I think they've gone for the very late degaussing cable, because the early degaussing cable was 4 cables and this is only 2. They've got 4 at the back though, but they've only got 2 on the bow. Very strange. More of the structure for going underneath the flight deck. And then more again there. And then we've got some lovely doors here, which we can have open and close, because if you look on there, you've got the door folded in half. You fold the door in half, so you have a back and a front. So if you have the door open, it's not just plain brass on the inside. We've got some portholes there, scuttles, whatever you want to call them. And we've got more doors there and more portholes there. We've also got dotted around. If you want to see this in detail, if you go to the KA website, I'll put a link down below. You can go and have a look at all this. Go down below and scroll it down. You can see all the photo etch. There were some more I remember seeing dotted around on one of the frets that are actually the welded over ones. So it's a shame really, because the kit is missing a complete row of portholes that were all plated over, so you would see the welded on circles. So there we go, that's all that. And that is it, I think, for the set. So there we go, you're getting all that photo etch, you're getting those 2 boxes there, and you're getting all these instructions. So very, very nicely done indeed. So as I say, I'll put a link down below in the video description. If you want to go to the website and see all this Photo-etch close up, you can. But it was something I got. I was quite excited to get it, and now I don't know if I'm quite excited as I was. But you could take these to bed for about a week and still not understand what the hell's going on with these. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Go have a look at Kenneth's site. As I say, he's done a review of this as well, and he got all the Photo-etch frets out. It's very difficult to review Photo-etch anyway because of all the reflections and everything. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Looking forward to your comments below on what's going on with Enterprise and stuff. Bye for now.